Hello everybody, it is Atomic Yeti, welcome back to Dark Souls. We're back in the township for now. I grabbed that same person again as I run back, well, as I spawned back there from that rather silly death. Basically what happened there was that as I'm running, I wanted to just stop running, but I guess I double tap B, and then the input didn't go through straight away, and yeah, it was all bad times all around. I don't know what I'm looking for here. I can't remember. I think, is this where I get the... I think this is where I get the silver pendant. Yeah, that's right, no. And the silver pendant is not necessarily essential for the new content, but it definitely helps. Basically, what the silver pendant does is it sort of creates a like shockwave, like a barrier. Think of how the Force, Breath of the Gods, miracles work. That kind of thing, but lasts a little bit longer, and you know, bounces back the dark magic. Thank you. Yes, bounces back the dark magic that was introduced in the new content. So it's very useful for that. And one of the bosses, Manus, that we do see, does use that magic, and it's very useful for that. Not necessarily essential, but you see, my summon used the Skull Lantern to open this up. You can use obviously any kind of light source, the Maggot, Skull Lantern, or the Cast Light Sorcery. Okay, so now I've got the silver pendant here. I think I do use it in a moment. Yeah, it's useful against these guys in here. I guess we're just sort of faffing around until we get further down. The one thing with the township is just I got very lucky there actually, like jumping in with in their bubble. Yeah, the township is not a fun place to be. Not only having all of the townfolk having their humanity run wild because of like Manus, who we will talk about in a little bit later. So they've all gone crazy and been deformed into these horrible creatures that we see before us. But it's funny, if you like sit up at the bonfire, or just sit anywhere, you can faintly hear just screams and just horrible noises coming from the distance, and it's quite like unnerving. Like I say, to just hear like a scream of somebody. Obviously, like there's nobody out there that you can actually save. It's just sort of a sound bite. But I guess it does add sort of texture to the world. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Thank you though. I think that because they killed a thing, killed one of the. You don't need to thank me every time. I got one of the wood carvings that Goff, who we will be seeing in a bit later, the next episode probably. Where'd they go? Here we see Goff, and we got a wood carving off of it. So sometimes this is the problem with summons and not being able to communicate with them. That to say that yeah, I know where I'm going, or I've done this, I've done that, and you just kind of like spent wandering around, trying like second guessing one another. But I guess that's just the joys of the game. But then again, how many times probably would you get hate mail from your summons like, "Come over this way, you bloody idiot"? But no. Normally summons tend to be pretty nice people. It's just sort of the invaders that are the bastards. That or maybe the invadees. They get a little bit angry when you kill them. But the one thing is that we are coming very close to the end now of Dark Souls. I've said this probably enough times already, and I'm probably going to say even more. But we are very, very close to the end now. It's funny, I'm actually doing this like really late at night, because I've got work tomorrow morning. And I probably should be in bed, but I thought, I really want to get this done, just so I can sort of have it ready and have it sort of going. But yeah, we're very close to the end now. I'm not too sure exactly what I'm going to be doing after Dark Souls. It wouldn't be out, it wouldn't be out of the question that something Dark Souls related would pop back up. But again, I don't really know. I've not got any sort of plan set in stone. I do want to sort of focus again then more on Emerald and kind of get some progress seriously done on that. Like I've got to do a couple more audio bits for 3 episodes, and then I can actually get back to recording again. All this was done when I was sick, and I've just been super. I really like. I get quite annoyed with myself that I just have left it like for so long, but. That's just how you get, and you kind of need a bit of a kick up the backside sometimes to do it. And then my summon died from the dark magic. Like I say, this dark magic stuff is no joke. Luckily, it was no pursuers. So again, you're kind of got to get the timing right to actually reflect it. See, there, just completely lost it, and I died. And then they decide to poison me. So I'm like doubly dead. Also, watch out for elevators. That elevator has killed probably more people than I, and they would probably care to mention. So I'm back here, grabbing my stain. Hey, screw these guys. I got lucky that that the magic didn't hit me, and then that they didn't hit me with their little claw attack. So coming in here, we've got the chained prisoner in a nice hall area. Yeah, the chained prisoner. What I think is like one of the stone guardians that we saw like out in the Royal Wood, but kind of was chained up for don't know why, and basically got corrupted again by the abyss. This abyss stuff is nasty business. And this thing packs a punch as well. This is like a big old heavy thing. Something that probably will be mentioned soon, but the upcoming area is not a fun place to be grave lorded, I'll tell you that. Like 2 of these guys in Black Phantom form will appear down in this area. But anyway, you saw I got part of the chain armor, like the chainmail armor set. What am I talking about? I've already talked about this guy. Have I? Really? I've just gone over. Whatever. Well, you got another description of him. I'm so kind. Now to go back down the elevator rather than screwing around. I should probably edit that out, but I probably won't because I'll forget and I'll just throw it straight into rendering and I'm done. See, actually, I now get to rest at the bonfire, which is nice. And here we are, with a new summon. I couldn't find my old friend again. Nice just to give a little bow. Boulder Side Sword, Boulder Shield. Magic user of some kind. I don't remember what they were using. But I'll always accept help from a lovely Sunlight Warrior. Yeah, Chasm of the Abyss is not a fun place to be. I completely forgot that I had talked about that last time, because obviously we came through here with the Artorias character. And okay, yeah, I did the audio like obviously a few days in between. Again, I kind of wanted to get all these done relatively quick succession, but again, I got lazy. That said, I do have some time off from work soon, so I'll probably be able to actually like just concentrate on this, or just be a complete lazy bastard, as I always am. That's probably going to be the case. So, okay, so we've made it further than we've ever done before in the Chasm of the Abyss. Obviously, off to the left, you're dead. To the right are these humanity sprites. Like they look a lot like humanity. They drop humanity. And this place is probably the better place to farm for humanity now, if you can get here. It's not. It's better late game. Early game's probably the depths. But then again, I might. It's kind of tricky because maybe the Tomb of the Giants might be pretty good because obviously the baby skeletons come back. I don't know why I'm hitting this wall. But anyway, yeah. What we just saw was a young Alvina. I think that's her name. Basically, you know, the cat covenant, the forest covenant leader. And she's basically showing us towards an old friend. There's been a lot of old friends in this playthrough. Yeah, as we reveal an illusory wall, that wall kind of thing, we actually see him right there above us. Also, these humanity sprites, you touch them, you get hurt. Because obviously they can't, like, attack you, but... And if you try to sort of... If you stay inside them, they will just drain your health and you're dead. There's a kind of a beginner's trap at one point where one is situated right where you can plunging attack them, and you go to do it, but you just fall straight through them. You may not kill them, or you may kill them, but it's more than likely that it's going to kill you than anything, because obviously, like, you just go straight through them, it's like your health just goes, and then even the drop probably hurts. But yeah, right there we've got not so much our old friend, but a familiar face at the very least of Sif. Sif is sitting there. He's protected from these humanities, from the effects of the abyss, because he actually has Artorias' cleansing great shield. I think it's just called the cleansing great shield, but it's Artorias' shield. So not only do we have 3 versions of his sword, we've now got 2 versions of his shield. I like that my summon also was rather polite to Sif. That's not even the last we're going to see of him either. Yes, Sif has Artorias' shield, and if you notice back in the fight with Artorias, Artorias' left arm was broken. It was just like, there was no way he could like use that. There was no way he was going to be able to lift that shield. So he gave it to Sif to protect him, as obviously the abyss was then to take over Artorias, basically. Yeah. I do love talking about the plunging attack one. I wasn't the one to do that, so don't think that like, oh, Tom Getty knows all the stupid deaths because he does them. I know I had a summon do that, or at least I was summoned for somebody and they did that. I'm trying to think where we're going. I think we're going to get some more items down in the chasm. Chasm got some pretty good stuff down there. Like I say, because of all these humanity sprites, they do drop a lot of humanity themselves. Especially if you've got like the gold serpent ring on, or just a lot of humanity on yourself. They're pretty decent to drop anyway. A weapon I do like to use for these guys is a spear of some kind. On one character I've got my Silver Knight spear, and that's very good because obviously it's got that extra range for like the good old poke. So yeah, you can get a good poke on them without really getting too close to them. I mean, you see me like lift my shield a lot to these guys, and there's no point because they just go straight through it. Even you go straight through them when you try to attack them as well, as we both learned there. What am I doing with my inventory? Some people have said that the silver pendant pushes back those as well. I would say that it doesn't. We've got the black flame there, very much like combustion, sort of an abyss tainted combustion. But yeah, some people say that the silver pendant pushes them back, and I've never found that it actually does that. I've seen people do it, and the humanities just go straight through and just like hug them and kill them. Oh wait, we're going this way. But yeah, I think it has happened to me at some point, but I've seen it happen to more people though, so it's not just me that has tried it and failed. Maybe like, oh, I did it wrong. But no, it is. So he had a very good point there, using magic armor there, or magic barrier. That really does limit the dark magics as well. As we head further down, see, I thought there was a caster on the other side, but I think I was looking back at the one we had just killed, because obviously we came around the back way to it. Because where we went off to the left and dropped down, where the floor dropped from beneath us, If you go to the right, that's the way you're kind of meant to go, as such. Well, not meant to go, but yeah. In that hole back there, as I just decided to not go in for whatever reason, is a white slab. You get quite a few slabs in the new content. You don't get, obviously, every slab. Actually, I don't know. You get a regular slab, a blue slab, and a white slab. There might... Unless there's a red slab that nobody has yet found... I thought he was going to send me a message there, that's why I brought up my guide. Yeah, unless there's a red slab that nobody's found, or at least I don't know of, there's all but the red slab there. Yeah, still, because the way he just stood still, I thought he was going to try and send me a message, and I've probably got notifications turned off just to stop people coming up online when I'm recording. See, sometimes I remember that, so I'm not always bad. Down he comes. I think this item over here is just some humanity. The best place that I've found to get summoned for this area is probably up by the bonfire. Oh no, this wasn't human, it was a hero soul. Maybe, I mean like the top township bonfire. Yeah, exactly, the one up there. Not the one that's down in the dungeon. I mean, you can get some there, but I don't know, I guess... Because Manus is the boss anyway of the area, so you come straight down here. You know, it's like, I can say Blighttown. You come through the normal way, you've got the bonfire at the very bottom, there's even one higher up. But, you know, you can't use it because you get summons, bloody but whatever. Anyway. So there's that hand again. And we're finally greeted to who owns that. And here we have Manus, Father of the Abyss. Now Manus was once human. He became Father of the Abyss when his humanity went wild, but is not known for what cause. So his humanity went wild, and thus, being here, he turned the townsfolk into what they were as well. If you remember, Marvelous Chester did tell us that one of the primordial serpents, whichever one it was may well be, Ramtcath or other, they basically urged the citizens of Ulusil to basically go delving in the darkness of the abyss, where they awoke this primordial man. So obviously this is the first man. Upon being woken up, he was angry and set to expand his domain while seeking out for his precious broken pendant. His influence consumed the citizens of Ulusil, whose humanity went wild in turn, mutating them into ghastly creatures. Its inhabitants gone mad, Ulusil was left to fall to ruin. Nothing remains in present day to mark the passing of Ulusil save Dusk. So obviously when we save Dusk, she's like the only thing that's left to basically say anything. So as you saw, I did summon Sif into the fight as I was reading off from the Wikipedia page. There are some pretty nasty combos that Manus has. You know, going back to what I was just saying about how he's after his pendant, you know, when we find it and we come back to Ulusil, he obviously grabs it, he knows that like we've got it. But then also, if you remember, Chester tells us as well that he was grabbed by a hand. So maybe Chester has the other part of it. Now that would have been interesting if, when you killed Chester, he dropped the other part and you could like, they basically came together. I was doing like a little locking motion with my hands. This combo is nasty. I'm very much nearly dead. I think I back off and I even check my health. Let's have a look. Yep, 1 health. Yep, that did say 1 health. I'm pretty sure that did. Unless that 7 looks like a 1 to me. But yeah, another thing that I did say about before was that he was the primordial man. Or this primordial man. And In the middle of the arena is his grave, which is obviously where he was dug up. This is one of his dark sorcery spells, obviously. But yeah, they said that he's primordial man, right? And one of the first sort of men that we are told of was the furtive pygmy. Now, I don't know if this was necessarily... Again, this has been sort of known, or if this has sort of been like confirmed, should I say, that Manus is the pygmy. I think it's just more of a fan confirmation. But yeah, it is sort of meant to be that the Manus is, like I say, the furtive pygmy, because the pygmy got the dark soul. Obviously, where the others got the other lords got these other grand souls. The one that was left for the pygmy was the dark soul, and that's a bitch of a move as well. But something like with humanity is that you think the more you have of it, the more you can kind of get of it. And this was something that was said, that humanity, like the humanity that you can use, like the dark humanity, what I'm talking about, are all parts from the dark soul. Obviously we have our own humanity within us, but the ones that we can collect is parts of the dark soul, you know, the soul that the pygmy got, which then you can kind of think how sort of it's trying to form itself, it's trying to come back together, because this is what the pygmy does. We know that these sort of Lord Souls can be broken because Gwyn did it. Gwyn did it several times. He gave it to the Four Kings, he gave a place to Seath. And so, if the pygmy did this to sort of share amongst his followers or his children, and you think then that'll be funny, he's down here in the abyss, in the darkness, where all the other humanity sprites are. So this is maybe where more humanity is gathered than others. One sort of saying that I like is, I'm trying to actually think of the actual saying now. Evil begets evil. And basically what I mean by that, well, basically, I guess, I don't know if that's necessarily a correct saying to kind of go with that, but it's something that I like, at least, that evil begets evil, as to, you know, evil attracts evil kind of thing. I don't know fucking what I'm talking about here. Manus is dead, hooray! So thank you very much to the summon, thank you very much to Sif, good puppy. Bye bye. And here we have Dusk, just sat here, plopped out. Still recuperating from what just happened. She's in a daze, she doesn't know what's going on. I kind of contemplated killing her here, but I think I've learnt my ways. I think I've learnt to be a good guy for this, the final part of the playthroughs anyway. Yeah, she's just continuing talking on there. But anyway, as Manus dead, we've got one more boss now to come, and then we're on to fight Gwyn. And you know, yes, I know this series has taken quite some time to do with all the stoppages that I've had, but you know, sometimes things just get in the way, and I'm not going to try and make excuses. Well, I already have, but it's taken a while, but I'm glad to be here. I mean, Dark Souls is a game that I thoroughly love and I enjoy playing anyway, so I'm quite happy to take my time with it and just sort of relish in it. But we may as well go let Elizabeth know what we've done, that Dusk is alive.
Awaited thee. Thou hast rescued Princess Dusk and rid us of that terrible primeval human, even halting the spread of the abyss. I salute the grandeur of thine enterprise. Please allow me to express my gratitude. I thank thee, as do we all. I will remember thee, but I will keep thy story to myself. This is the best way, for thou art come from a time far ahead, No one will sing thy praises, but yet thy greatness shall live on, for it shall be my purpose to remember all thou hast done for us. Was thine eye glancing hither? Thou needst not hide thy wonder. I am a mushroom, after all. Thou needst... I am... May the flames...
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I appreciate it. Anyway, that's going to be it for this time. Next time, I'm going to be joined by somebody special. So until then, I've been Atomic Yeti. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.